Hey, this is Sam. Thanks for listening to BNS About Movies. This week, it's a movie, it's kind of a Hammer movie, but instead of the implied nudity and the strange sexuality behind the currents, there's a subtext usually in Hammer movies. Everything's laid bare in this movie. It's not hardcore, but compared to where horror was pre-1971, this is an audacious concept. The man is no longer in charge, and turns out the heroine or villain, there's no real hero in this movie, is even more warped and insatiable than those that have come before. That's right, we're talking about 1971's Lady Frankenstein.
What evil science was practiced in this laboratory of nightmares? Who is this irresistible creature who has an insatiable love for the dead? What dread terror stalked the townspeople? The legend of Frankenstein once again brings terror and nightmare to the screen.
Stand!
Joseph Cotton is Baron Frankenstein, the scientist who dared to create a monster. Meet Lady Frankenstein. She's beautiful, she's evil, and she'll do anything for love.
Think of it. Think of me. Think of possessing me. Would you like to have my body bend to you? Would you like to make love to me?
Sarah Bay is Lady Frankenstein. A surgeon's mind and a body filled with bizarre cravings that no human man can satisfy. She creates a new, more terrifying monster.
I am my father's daughter.
You are referring to animal transplants.
Human.
Only the monster she creates can satisfy her strange desires. No man can escape her web of terror. There has never been a movie like Lady Frankenstein.
Three grave robbers deliver a body to Baron Frankenstein, who's Joseph Cotton. I mean, amazing. Joseph Cotton's in this. He's like, I was in the Mercury Theater. I was in Citizen Kane. I was in Baron Blood. Now I'm in this. But now he's Baron Frankenstein. And his assistant, Dr. Marshall, Paul Mueller from Barbed Wire Dolls, of course, they're going to bring those bodies back to life. The twist is that Tanya Frankenstein has completed her studies in medicine and is eager to help her father with his secret work. And that's Rosalba Neri. Honestly, if you don't believe in God, probably one of the best reasons to think that there's intelligent design in this universe is Rosalba Neri. Also, probably a good reason to believe in the devil because she is evil in so many movies when she appears. I mean, her eyes, they invented mascara for her eyes. Anyways, the next day, the Frankensteins and Marshall watch a criminal get hung, run into Captain Harris, Mickey Hargitay, former husband of Jane Mansfield and father of Mariska, maybe, sort of, probably not. You saw the documentary, but he raised her. Anyway, Captain Harris already suspects the Frankensteins and Marshall of grave robbing. That night, Dr. Frankenstein brings Dr. Baron Frankenstein, right? Do you want me to call you Dr. Frankenstein or Baron Dr. Frankenstein? Dr. Baron Frankenstein? Just Frankenstein?
Are there any questions before we proceed?
I have one question, Dr. Frankenstein.
That's Frankenstein.
I beg your pardon?
My name, it's pronounced Frankenstein.
But aren't you the grandson of the famous Dr. Victor Frankenstein, who went into graveyards, dug up freshly buried corpses, and transformed dead components into...
Yes! We all know what he did. But I'd rather be remembered for my own small contributions to science, and not because of my accidental relationship to a famous cuckoo.
Come on. Anyways, he brings a man back to life, a scarred, weird-headed, giant-eyed beast who instantly hugs him to death. Tanya and Marshall report the murderer as a burglar sneaking in, but Harris calls their facts into question. No DNA back then, right? Like, you was just like, we found this, like John Mulaney said, we found this whole bucket of blood here. Oh, too bad. I guess, we're not going to ever know who did this murder. If you thought the killers going after people as they have sex was something that got invented in 80s slashers, oh no, the creature in Lady Frankenstein is here to show you the error of your ways as he comes upon, not like that, get your mind out of the gutter, numerous frolicking couples and absolutely eviscerates them. Meanwhile, Tanya makes Marshall confess that he's always loved her, but his old body just can't satisfy her. Oh, this is a polite way to say the dude had ED. And if Viagra had existed in the 1800s, the movie could stop right here. They could have invented Viagra, but no, they decided to do some brain swapping. Tanya finds the mildly mentally challenged servant Thomas Marino Massey from the Red Queen Kills 7 Times, amongst many other films. She finds him attractive, so she has sex with him while Marshall watches. Thus cuckolded, as the young man finishes, he stuffs him out with a pillow. Things do get better because he gets to put his brain in that young man's body, making him superhumanly strong for some reason. I don't know why all this is going on. The creature keeps on terrorizing people until they realize, oh yeah, we're supposed to grab pitchforks and set the castle on fire with our torches. The monster makes his way back to that castle where it attacks Marshall, who rips off its arm, allowing Tanya to stab it before he smashes its head open. As the castle burns down around them, Marshall and Tanya make love as Harry and Thomas' sister Julia, Renata Cachet Devil in the flesh, watches. The flames consume them as Marshall begins to choke out Tanya. For maybe past audiences, they're like, oh, like, why is he killing her? I think they're having, like, choke play. They're into this stuff, right? Anyway, Lady Frankenstein has a great lead who can do anything a man can do if a man wants to bring the bag back to life and have sex with it. I mean, that's progress, right? You can get Lady Frankenstein is in the Severance Danza Macabre box set, along with Monster of the Opera. Oh, yeah. The Seventh Grave and Scream of the Demon Lover. I mean, what else do you want? Let's talk about the Monster of the Opera, why don't we? The Vampire and the Ballerina, it was the first take Renato Pacelli had on this style of sexualized vampire movies. This is a quasi-sequel, a treble production. Started in 1961, and not released until 3 years later as Il Vampiro dell'Opera, the Vampire of the Opera. Over here, box office fortunes changed. Against vampires, they weren't doing well, so they called it the Monster of the Opera. Anyway, along with Pierre Originoli's The Ultimate Prede del Vampire, The Playgirls and the Vampire, even more eroticism with blood-sucking was starting to happen. Hammer helped push this forward as well, too. These are all three of these movies were written by Ernesto Castaldi. Even if you do mirror that there are movies similar to others he wrote on with vampires. The difference is within a few years between these movies, now the dancers may embrace and may even have a timid kiss, a sapphic kiss between each other. Those who devour Pacelli's later films will giggle a bit at this. Nobody gets penetrated with a corn cob. For 1964, it had to be pretty titillating, though. So is the opening, in which a monstrous fiend in the opera chases a woman in a nightgown who's carrying the much-needed candelabra. All Italian Gothic movies. You know you're watching an Italian Gothic movie when a woman, usually a blonde, has a diaphanous white gown on. She's walking down steps. There's cobwebs. And she picks up a candelabra. If that happens, you are watching an Italian Gothic. She gets stabbed with a pitchfork, too. I mean, pushing it, further. Anyway, Sandro, Marco Mariani, is the leader of an experimental dance group. An experimental dance group with Julia, Barbara Howards as the star. Soon they are attacked by the titular bad guy, Stefano Giuseppe Adabati, and he has 5 vampire wives. Some people just have 3, like Dracula had 3. He's got 5. The dude, okay. So that seems, I don't want to be one of those guys. I mean, this could be a good thing. This could be a bad thing. It depends on how he treats them, how he's able to handle it. I don't know. 5 wives seems like a lot to me. The human victims must keep dancing to battle Stefano's psychic attacks. Yes, psychic attacks can be stopped by dancing in case anyone ever tries to psychically attack you. Just start dancing. And the suggestions he's put inside their minds to stay within his crumbling theater. And I can't get enough of this movie. It's got fog. It's got vampire women chained to the wall. It's got wild dancing. Does it get as crazy as Black Magic Rights? No, no, it doesn't. His later movies are baffling in their intensity and sometimes ineptitude, and I say that in a nice way because I love his movies. But anyways, you get both these movies on the Severance Danse Macabre Volume 1 box set. They're both also on Tubi, where everything lives. Anyways, 2 fun Italian films. Thanks for listening to the show. Come on back next week.